Hey, it's Soul with your Shadowlands guide to week 2 of Eternity's End. Be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more guides and commentary. First off, some important hotfixes and things to know as Season 3 of Shadowlands begins this week. The Patterns within Patterns quest is now a once-a-week quest similar to the Shaping Fate quest in Korthia from patch 9.1. This is big, as in, hey cool, thanks for making this less cumbersome, Blizz, and also, hey, why did it ever change? Stop changing things for the sake of changing things. Anyway, this takes away the daily sense of urgency, whether it's real or imagined. It makes the starting routine much easier to explain as well. Great Vault requirements are being lowered for this season. On the raid row, the number of bosses required has gone down by 1, meaning you only need to defeat 2, 5, and 8 bosses per week to maximize your chances. Getting 3 choices of loot on the dungeon row only needs 8 runs, down from 10. And getting 3 choices of loot on the PvP row only needs 5,500 honor from rated PvP, down from 6,250. The Adamant Vault in Torghast now also awards anima from layers 13 and higher. Wow, riveting. As I mentioned, this week marks the start of Season 3 and all which it entails. The Sepulchre of the First Ones opens on normal and heroic difficulty this week, although only 8 of the 11 bosses are available. For those who are interested, the 8 bosses will give a chance of dropping 3 of the 5 available pieces of tier gear: the glove, the head, and the leg slots. The world boss in Zereth Mortis should also start spawning this week all the way to the north of the zone. It's pretty hard to miss. Over in Mythic Plus World, a new affix rotation is coming, and we can have a bit of fun predicting what sorts of horrors await us. The new level 10 affix is called Encrypted, where throughout the dungeon, you'll be able to take on certain mobs in a combination and create a temporary buff for your team. Expect total chaos while smart people try to figure out the optimal strategy and pass that information on to everyone else. Season 3 of the PvP season ought to be interesting as well. It was announced that for pretty much the rest of Shadowlands, the solo shuffle brawl will be available on top of whatever the rotating weekly brawl is. Meanwhile, Warsong Scramble is said to be the brawl coming up. Let's see if that's actually the case. Mob Time Walking is happening this week, meaning there's 1 piece of guaranteed normal mode raid loot that you'll be able to get. This is going to have an item level of 252. Now I expect the loot to not include tier tokens that aren't meant to drop this week. If they do drop, oh man, prepare for the drama. Chapter 4 of the 9.2 campaign ought to be available this week. Unlike patch 9.1, there are no renown requirements, so you can start on this immediately if you've completed the previous chapters. Just don't do it yet though. You are going to see this quest over in Haven as soon as you log in, so with all this said, let's prepare for the week. Before you go anywhere, switch to the Venthyr Covenant if having Door of Shadows in the zone is useful to you. Otherwise, I would suggest switching to a covenant that you feel like gaining renown with and picking up the weekly renown quests over in the Sanctum. Head off to Zereth Mortis and pick up the new weekly and the campaign quest. I can't say with certainty what the campaign questline will unlock. It will unlock the flight point to the Sepulchre raid, so think of it as a very soft attunement, not unlike accessing the Eternal Palace from patch 8.2. Pick up dailies throughout the zone as well. Before we really dive in though, you might want to visit the Cypher Research console in case it unlocked more stuff. I've been fairly on top of it, so what I'm telling you is a rough gauge of what is possible to unlock this week, but your mileage may vary. It's possible for Dialic and Altonian Understanding to be completed in the first week, paving the way for starting and finishing research on Trebulum and Sopranian Understanding this week. Dialic will unlock the crafting of pets. Later, Sopranian will unlock the crafting of mounts. Altonian will unlock a questline that will open up more unlocks, including the Stone Soup recipe and an account-wide token that will boost Cypher gains by 50%. You'll have to buy this for each of your characters, and I suggest that at minimum, you start with your main. If you have in fact completed Altonian, take care of that new questline and buy the Cypher boost before doing like anything else. This way you get the extra income for further upgrades and to buy the boost for your alts. If you're done with all this Cypher business, cool. Exit and knock stuff out. Complete the new quest, the campaign, the world quest, and daily quest content. Rare tracking add-ons like Rare Tracker Zereth Mortis help a ton. With a click, you can broadcast the rare that you're fighting, where it is, and how much HP it has left. And the help will start stampeding in. We're going to revisit the Cypher Research console one more time, as after this week, there shouldn't be much more reason to talk about it. If you've been following along since last week, you should have a lot of it knocked out. As for me, I'll describe the plan for my character. By the time the reset happens, I'll actually already have finished with Dialic and will research Sopranian, Trebulum, and Coriol, which will help me find more treasures. Once I begin those researches, I'll unlock the Cypher boost, then circle back and start unlocking more stuff with extra ciphers I find. I'm going to focus on energy generation for Pokepoke, the pet person, so I'll be splitting up my ciphers between Enlic and Enrian. Once the 4th column opens up, I'll go for Maxilum and then Deflim. This will make Pokepoke do some ridiculous damage on the field if I decide to use its energy for damage. But it'll also let me quickly re-roll the different powers and buffs from the enhancement console. I mostly want the boost that makes me super strong against elite mobs, and at the first opportunity, I'm going to want to slot a piece of Cypher gear with that particular enhancement. That's going to mean I want to research Elic as well to unlock the slotting of powers. When Trepolim is done with its research and the 4th column does open up, the only research remaining that has a research time is Basilim. I'm not sure if unlocking it will provide any major benefit that would say, I don't know, let me get more transmog or access treasures, but fully researching this will make it easier for my alts if they're interested in getting this unlock without worrying about a timer. And you know what, after talking like all of that out, I think I made this seem more complicated than it actually is. Farm ciphers, click things, Pokepoke, go burr. That's pretty much it. A few last second reminders. There's a sale on Shadowlands upgrades for roughly half off. Also, there's a promo for bulk transfers for as low as $10 per transfer. You can check out the Battle.net shop for more details. As we're busy plugging away at treasures and rares and raids and drama and more, keep your ears open for WoW's next expansion announcement, or to be precise, the announcement of the announcement. For now though, welcome to Season 3, and I hope all of you have a great time. That's going to be a wrap, and thanks for coming. Come visit us on Twitch for a chat. Coffee with Soul happens every Tuesday through Thursday starting at 8:30 a.m. Like the video, subscribe for more, and I will see you later. Until then, stay safe, stay healthy, and stay breezy.